people really get up to when they think no one's watching? From hilarious mishaps to unexpected moments of pure brilliance, today we're peeking into scenes where people were blissfully unaware of the hidden camera catching their every move. Buckle up, it's going to be a wild ride of surprise and laughter. This driver definitely needs some extra driving lessons. A camel walked into a shoe store, probably hoping to find something that fits those long legs. The staff wasn't sure whether to offer sandals or start a desert tour. Between the heat, the rush, and remembering all the steps, it's like trying to cook up a storm while staying cool. Her colleague didn't believe that she hadn't done it on purpose, convinced it was all an act. It took this video to finally change her mind. An unbelievable situation unfolded when lions showed up at their doorstep, casually approaching the house. Just when things looked tense, their brave dogs jumped in, barking fiercely. To everyone's amazement, the lions backed off, leaving the dogs as unexpected heroes of the day. Life in tropical areas is wonderful and relaxing until exotic animals decide to pay you a visit. Suddenly, your peaceful day turns into a wild encounter with unexpected guests. She decided to do her workout at home today, but her big dog had other plans. Every move she made, he was right there, nudging his way into the routine. In the end, it turned into a hilarious team effort she hadn't planned on. A relaxing weekend takes a turn for the worse. An unbelievable video captures the moment a bear appeared right behind him as he was leaving his garage. In a bold move, he tried to scare the bear away, but this is definitely not something to try yourself. You never know how a wild animal might react. Luckily, this time, the bear simply turned and went on its way. Today was a happy day for this lady and her dog, as well as for the parked cars nearby. A tree fell, but thankfully, no one was hurt. This is a real-life hero. He performed a brave act by saving this sweet dog whose leash got tangled in the elevator. In that moment of urgency, his quick thinking and compassion turned a potential disaster into a heartwarming rescue. The enjoyment of watching the sea and the stars soon came to an end. Is this paranormal activity? What do you think? Luckily, with his quick reflexes, he was able to prevent a major traffic accident. The real Hulk was caught on camera. When a parked car blocked his way down the street, he got out and moved it with his bare hands. Talk about incredible strength. At the end of the workday, even simple tasks can end in a spectacular fail. Just when you think it's all smooth sailing, something unexpected happens to keep you on your toes. Even though he's still so young, his strength is truly fascinating. His parents couldn't be prouder of their little powerhouse. A one-in-a-million incident occurred when a parachutist landed right in their backyard. Talk about an unexpected guest. At least he came with a built-in excuse for crashing the party. It was a situation straight out of Final Destination. Ever since I watched that movie, I always keep my distance from vehicles on the road. The trailer in front of him came loose, but luckily it missed him and veered off into the meadow. Talk about a close call. Her shoelace got stuck, and when she tried to take a step, down she went. It's like her shoes were trying to play a prank on her. They thought they could outsmart their parents, not realizing the cameras had been set up. While pretending to study, they were actually having fun, completely oblivious to their little scheme being caught on tap. The moment when it's impossible to explain what happened to your car insurance. This dog is causing some mischief by knocking over the clothes that were drying outside. It seems like he couldn't resist the temptation to stir up a little chaos. Before we continue, I kindly ask you to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and share in the comments what your favorite part of the video was. Your support means the world to us, and hearing your thoughts truly inspires us to create even more amazing content. Parenting can be quite a challenge, especially when the kids are mischievous. When a TV actress appeared that the little boy didn't like, he decided to take matters into his own hands literally by throwing a bottle and destroying the brand new TV. Never walk outside during a severe storm and strong winds. These two men were lucky this time, but you never know what could happen next. He wanted to save some money and took his car to a cheaper mechanic for repairs. In the end, it cost him more than he bargained for because the car was completely wrecked. This girl totally embarrassed all her colleagues with her incredible strength. She effortlessly carried way more packages than anyone else, proving that size doesn't always matter when it comes to strength. Usually, the most interesting situations and gossip come from hair salons. It's the perfect blend of drama, laughter, and unexpected surprises that keeps everyone entertained. The security camera footage from the backyard shows just how quickly everything became flooded. In a matter of moments, the water rose dramatically, turning the serene space into a rushing torrent. There was a loud commotion coming from the goat farm, and when the owner arrived, he had quite the sight to behold. The goats were up to their usual antics, creating chaos and hilarity all around. Let us know in the comments which country you're watching us from. We'd love to find out where our viewers are tuning in from the most, and it's always exciting to see our global community grow. This was a much bigger puddle on the road than he expected, and he thought he could pass through without any consequences. Just wait and see what happened to his car. Caught up in a phone conversation, she forgot he was right behind her, and he demanded her attention.
That shit was so funny. But see, oh! Malcolm X! Oh my God! Oh my God!
I'm curious where she worked before to acquire this skill. Thanks to her, customers keep coming back for the show she puts on. Whenever I see drivers like this, I can't help but wonder how they even managed to get their driving licenses in the first place. Did they just promise the instructor a lifetime supply of donuts? It's like they skipped the driving test and went straight to the guessing game section of the road. When Mother Nature gets angry, nothing can stand in her way.
Офигеть! Вот это да!
The farmer was cleaning out the barn when his big bull approached him, wanting some affection. Who would have thought that such large animals could sometimes act just like pets? It's a heartwarming reminder that even the mightiest creatures can have a soft side. He forgot that it was slippery. This was a clear sign that he really needed to go on a diet. A lightning strike in an unexpected way. They didn't know a camera was watching them. I regret not finishing my medical degree. He returned home and was taking some things out of his car when lightning struck nearby. Now he's too scared to get out of the car. Luckily, no one was hurt, but I'm sure he'll never park his car on the street again. A hilarious clip from a doorbell camera shows a man frantically chasing after a runaway sheep. You can practically see the determination in his eyes as he attempts to wrangle the woolly escape artist. Always be cautious on the road, you never know what might happen next. One moment could change everything, and staying alert can make all the difference. The driver didn't properly close the compartment door where the luggage is stored on the bus, and the bag spilled out onto the highway. It's a reminder of how quickly things can go wrong, but thankfully this time, luck was on their side. Sometimes, it takes a little chaos to bring people together and create lasting bonds. They were puzzled about why the water in the fountain at their weekend house kept disappearing. After setting up a camera, they were shocked to discover the footage. A bear comes every day to take a dip in the fountain. Watching him jump rope is like seeing a superhero in action, only with way more flips and way less spandex. If her flexibility were a superpower, she'd be the superhero, the Splitinator, fighting crime one gym session at a time. The puppy and kitten are binge-watching cartoons like Furry Couch Potatoes Netflix. Take notes. Watching him work is like a culinary magic show. Now you see the dough, now you don't, and voila, pizza. I thought babies were supposed to be cute, but this one just became a tiny vandal with a flair for abstract art. This plush toy is shaking up cocktails like a pro. Watch out, bartenders, there's a new mixologist in town. Lost in thought, she turned her mixer into a confetti cannon. Kitchen cleanup just leveled up. She aimed for a sprinkle and unleashed a pepper avalanche. Dinner just went from 0 to spicy in seconds. Forget chopsticks. This chef's stirring up a stir-fry symphony that'll leave everyone laughing. A girl jumps from a tree, but her swimsuit snags. The kitchen turns comedic as she lunges for the spider, missing by inches, and declares it a ninja while her cat watches in judgment. As a crowd gathers, the new Mercedes emerges from the muck, looking like it's been through a mud bath after an unexpected swim. It looks like someone miscalculated the cement. Now 2 cars are buried under a mountain of it, like a bizarre sculpture. Chefs are dropping food left and right, creating a culinary disaster that looks more like a food fight than a kitchen. Just when she thinks she's got the perfect recipe, the blender goes rogue, turning her kitchen into a fruity war zone. In a bizarre twist, he claims the birds are mocking him, while they just chirp back, completely unfazed by his antics. The guy is pulling off mind-blowing stunts on a tightrope at the beach, leaving everyone wondering if he's part bird or just really bad at walking. With each graceful gesture, she transforms into a human sprinkler, and the crowd can't help but cheer. Who knew getting wet could be so mesmerizing? They demonstrate their technique by dramatically stretching the cap like it's a magic trick, then slingshotting it onto their heads with impressive accuracy. At a festival, people have turned flying napkins into a spectacular show, tossing them into the air like confetti and cheering like it's the next Olympic sport. Beer gets stuck in the vending machine, creating a mini crisis, as one guy frantically presses buttons like he's trying to defuse a bomb. As he adds the final touches, he declares, "This flower is so stunning it might just start asking for selfies," leaving everyone in stitches. With only 2 chairs left, he makes a dramatic gesture, claiming he's now a captain with a 2/3 crew, while the rest of the world wonders what on earth he's doing. You know you've hit peak parenting when your baby has more tech imprints on their skin than you do. I can almost see them asking for a tablet. "Mom, can I get an app for this imprint?" Watching the dog flail around with their head stuck in the chair was pure comedy. It felt like I was watching a live sitcom classic. Why do I even try? Vibes. Saw one wrong move and she turned the kitchen into a disaster zone. I thought we were cooking, not auditioning for a demolition crew. This lady is so focused on twisting gummies, you'd think she was building a candy skyscraper. I half expect her to start charging for tours of her sweet creation. It was hilarious to see the bride strutting her stuff with a little girl clinging to her dress. Who knew weddings came with such entertaining side acts? These genius folks are using a drone to puff up the grill like it's no big deal. Who needs a fan when you've got tech on your side? Seriously, this dude is making fidget spinning an extreme sport. He's got moves that should come with a warning label. Do not attempt without professional training. At this rate, he'll be on the cover of Fidget Monthly. The little girl swinging on the bench in the park is pure comedy gold. I've never seen someone take swinging so literally. At this rate, she might launch herself into orbit. The boy laughed as he tried to engage his disinterested feline companion, unaware that the cat had already reached her daily limit of child interaction and was now firmly in the zone of "please let me sleep." As the pet peered through the newly constructed railing, he couldn't help but feel like the king of the castle, surveying his kingdom of flowers and pesky birds with a regal expression that said, "You're all mine." The tattoo artist had never seen anything like it before, but after the first needle prick, the woman exclaimed, "If I'm going to have a hedgehog under my arm, it better be the cutest one ever." Her friends were in disbelief, wondering if she had found a secret fishing technique or if her swimwear was simply enchanted, as she nonchalantly tossed the last fish back into the water, saying, "I only fish for fun." Just as he proudly announced, "Bon appetit." Everything decided to take a daring leap off the plate, landing with a splat that made everyone burst into laughter, including the now empty plate that was still smiling. This is a phenomenal black and white illusion that takes the art of perception to a whole new level, making you wonder if those gloves are actually part of a magic trick or just an elaborate ruse to confuse your eyes. The magician dazzled the children with her enchanting tricks involving smoky balloons, making them float and swirl as if they were caught in a whimsical dream, leaving the little ones wide-eyed and gasping in delight. Grandma was so excited to roll out her pie dough that when she slammed it onto the table, it not only flattened the dough, but also made a sound that could rival a small earthquake, prompting her to joke, "Who knew pie making was such destructive sport?" With a smile on his face and a plate in each hand, he joked, "Who needs a gym membership when you can just work here? Every shift is like a high-intensity workout." Welcome to the ultimate beer-carrying competition, where contestants channel their inner octopus, trying to balance as many pints as possible without spilling a drop, all while dodging the cheers and jeers from the crowd. This guy in the gym was lifting a barbell with one hand like it was a feather, and as he grinned at the stunned onlookers, you could practically hear them thinking, is he a superhero in disguise, or just really motivated? Despite the sticky countertops and coffee-coated walls, he poured himself a glass, savoring every sip as if it were a victory drink, proclaiming, "If you can't handle the mess, you shouldn't be making the magic." As he surveyed the egg-splattered kitchen, he chuckled and declared, "Forget culinary school. I'm ready to start my own cooking show. Grandpa's extravaganza where flipping is just a suggestion." With each breathtaking move, he seemed to defy gravity, effortlessly balancing on the ball while the crowd erupted in cheers, prompting him to wink and say, "Who needs a trampoline when you've got this beauty?" As she casually flipped through her book, the gentle breeze tousled her hair, adding a touch of magic to the scene, and passersby couldn't help but pause, thinking, is this a scene from a movie or just real life? As the friends were playing a leisurely round of golf, they hatched a hilarious plan to prank their buddy with a fake snake, giggling as they imagined his reaction when he would inevitably take a swing at the slithering menace. This man was attempting to conquer an unbelievable giant ice cream cone that looked like a sugary skyscraper, and as he took his first massive bite, onlookers gasped, wondering if he was about to embark on a sweet adventure or a sticky disaster. With a grin, he exclaimed, "Don't worry folks, it's just a little bubbly magic." But everyone around him was taking a few cautious steps back, convinced they were about to witness the world's first fruit syrup explosion. Amidst the laughter and frosting flying everywhere, they finally managed to break off their pieces, holding them up like trophies, and someone quipped, "Welcome to the cake Hunger Games, may the best slice win." Balancing precariously, he spun around like a disco ball, and when the inevitable happened, the table flipped. The stunned guests were torn between laughter and shock, with some even reaching for their phones to capture the moment. The sizzle of the patties hitting the hot oil is like music to their ears, and as they flip and turn them with flair, you can't help but wonder if they're training for the next culinary Olympics. Friends gathered around, chuckling and offering tips as he struggled, insisting, "Come on, it's just like opening a can, right?" While the phone seemed to mock him, refusing to cooperate in this epic battle of man versus technology. This chef turned the plate into a stunning work of art, drizzling sauces like a maestro with a paintbrush, making everyone wonder if they should eat it or hang it on the wall. Picture this. A little boy enthusiastically hops onto a dolphin's back, fully expecting a magical underwater adventure, but the dolphin, clearly on a mission, casually drags him back to shore as if saying, "Thanks for the ride, kid, but it's time to go home." Just when he thought he had mastered the art, the dough slipped from his hands and landed in a spectacular flop, making everyone burst into laughter as he jokingly declared, "Well, that was my new pizza technique, grounded pizza." Posing for selfies, she joked, "Guess I found my true calling as a donkey impersonator," making everyone laugh and eagerly waiting to see what she would come up with next. By the time he landed the final flip, the crowd erupted in applause, and he couldn't help but grin, joking, "I think I just set a new record for most flips while trying not to hit the ceiling." When the car owner finally returned, he stood there in disbelief, marveling at the dirty masterpiece, and couldn't help but laugh, thinking, "Well, I guess my car is now a tourist attraction." Chinese costumes can be incredibly striking, blending vibrant colors and intricate patterns, but some of them have a flair for the dramatic that can be downright terrifying, making you wonder if you've stepped into a horror movie. Gasps of disbelief echo through the room as the guests turn to witness the chaos unfold, and the birthday boy stands there frozen, wide-eyed and mouth agape, clearly torn between shock and laughter, as if he were waiting for the cake to magically bounce back up and rejoin the celebration. Imagine two exceptionally clever women gearing up for the ultimate parking challenge in a cramped garage, armed only with a pillow as their secret tool to avoid any wall collisions. They expertly navigate the tight space, using the pillow to cushion the inevitable bumps, creating a scene that's part parking lesson, part comedy show. In his fantastical mind, he believes he's conjuring real spells, completely unaware that it's just a playful collaboration with his mom, who loves to turn their home into a stage for his wild imagination. Together, they transform an ordinary evening into a dazzling spectacle filled with laughter and magic. With every chopstick they place, the anticipation grows, and laughter fills the air as they joke about who will be the one to knock them down first. As the first stick topples, a ripple of gasps and cheers erupts, and the chain reaction begins, sending chopsticks cascading like a mesmerizing waterfall. While he huffs and puffs, his friends nearby can't help but stifle their laughter, offering unsolicited advice about angles and leverage. What starts as a display of strength quickly turns into an impromptu comedy show, reminding everyone that a little finesse goes a long way. Finally, as he finishes his grand finale, the excitement in the room is palpable, and he beams with pride, knowing that he's about to share his magic with the world online. With a quick edit and a catchy caption, he uploads his masterpiece to TikTok, ready to go viral and enchant viewers everywhere. Imagine the scene. A young man and his fiancée are seated at a romantic dinner, with the soft glow of candles creating an intimate atmosphere, and a massive aquarium bubbling gently behind them. Just as she thinks the evening can't get any more special, a scuba diver unexpectedly emerges from the depths of the tank, dramatically holding up a large banner that boldly declares, "Will you marry me?" The sheer look of disbelief and joy on her face is absolutely priceless, ensuring this moment will be etched in their memories forever. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more amazing content. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so leave a comment down below on what you want to see next. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.